you've been feeling like you don't have a lot of energy lately, I've got a protocol for you. It's the 3x3 protocol. The idea is that you need to have your mind and your body and your emotions all connected, all firing on the same cylinders in order to feel good. And this only tends to happen when you have all three in alignment. What do I mean by that? I mean, we often have one, two, or even all three of these areas out of whack at the same time. And the 3x3 protocol is very simple. It's overloading your body with some type of input. And you're gonna do this over 3 days, 3 times. The idea is that, let's say your nutrition hasn't been good lately, or your sleep hasn't been good lately, or your connectedness hasn't been good lately. You haven't been spending time with people. If you haven't been doing things to take care of these 3 areas, you're gonna end up in a position where you don't feel connected to yourself, where your body is unhappy and it starts to rebel against you. It's basically telling you, I need something. We tend to ignore this. We tend to push away when our body doesn't feel good. But the truth is, it's giving you the information you need to take action so that you feel better. So the first step of the 3x3 protocol is to eat healthy, clean food for 3 days. Now, what this looks like for you may be diet, may be dependent on, specific things that you have. Maybe you can't do dairy, etc., etc. The general idea is you want to eat a lot of vegetables. Nuts are fine. You're not going to worry about fats versus carbs versus protein for this time period. You want to eat a lot of vegetables, some meat, if you eat meat, otherwise your normal soy style protein things that you eat, and reduce sugar. That's the real main thing. You can cut out dairy for 3 days too. That's not a bad idea, but at least cut out milk. If you end up having processed cheese, not good either. You can use ghee, clarified butter, or Greek yogurt if you really want to have some dairy, but better to try not to have any dairy, just in case it's an inflammatory food for you. So the idea is you're gonna spend 3 days, only 3 days, eating very clean. No alcohol, no sugar, just eat simply, okay? And the goal is to journal. I want you to journal each night and each morning. 3 lines. How do I feel today? Did what I do today help or not? And on the 3rd day, you're gonna try and wait as long as you can to eat breakfast, okay? If you normally eat breakfast at 7, try to wait till 9, 10, even 11 if you're able to. And the idea here is to see, now that you've started to eat some cleaner food for a few days, and you've held off from eating, how's your body feeling? You just wanna have that awareness, okay? That's it. Protocol 1, clean food for 3 days. Step 2, you're gonna exercise a lot for 3 days. And when I say a lot, it doesn't need to be hard, it just needs to be consistent. If you normally get 5,000, 6,000 steps, if you have an Apple Watch, Garmin, Fitbit, and you track your steps, I want you to have 3 to 4 times your normal steps. I want you to go 15, 20,000 steps. And that might be hard, especially if you're busy, but that can be as simple as taking meetings while walking. It can mean that during your normal lunch break, you eat something on the go, you grab something and you take a walk and you move. It can mean getting up 30 minutes earlier and doing exercise in the morning. But I want you to have 4 to 5 periods during the day where you're moving your body for a substantial amount of time. This is going to be a lot more than you're likely used to unless you're normally an athlete and very active. And the idea with this is you're saying to yourself, body, have I not been moving you enough? Have I not been giving you enough motion? Because when we start to move, it does all these other things for our bodies. It enhances a lot of different hormones. It enhances the enzymatic system of our body. It tells your body to start producing more things because you're moving. Similarly, I want you to journal in the morning and the evening, 3 lines. How did I feel today? Is this an improvement from yesterday? What did I do today? I just want you to keep track of these 3 things, okay? Now, for the 3rd one, it's a little bit of a combo, okay? And for the last 3 days, I want you to either see a good friend or have a long talk on the phone or a Zoom or a Skype call. I want you to have face-to-face interaction, if you can, with a friend for at least an hour plus each of these 3 days, okay? And it could be a close family member, if it's a sibling or a cousin or a child, all of those are fine. The goal is for you to have real intentional social time for an hour each of these days. And I want you to give yourself between 9 and 10 hours to sleep every night. What does that mean? If you normally sleep 5, 6, it's okay. You don't necessarily need to be asleep for this time period, but I want to give you the space, okay? So we're often cranky when we don't get enough sleep, and we're often kind of cranky when we're not social enough because our bodies and our brains want us to be social. We are social creatures as human beings. I know, it's hard to believe. So trying to be social doesn't necessarily mean you have to have full social time nonstop, right? The reason I said an hour is because for people that are more introverted, that can feel like a lot. That's plenty, especially if your job forces you to be social. The point of this though is to talk to people you care about and really enjoy talking to, not necessarily coworkers or customers or people you have to deal with. These are people you want to deal with, okay? The sleep side, as I said, you want 9 hours. So what does that look like? 9 to 10. That doesn't mean you need to be asleep for that amount of time, okay? I normally go to bed 10, 10:30, 11, somewhere in there. So if that's my normal going to bed time, then I'm in bed during this at 9, maybe 9:30 at the latest. Doesn't mean I have to fall asleep, but it means I need to be lying there in bed. No phone, no tablets, no TV, nothing. I'm just giving my body the chance to rest if it needs to, okay? And again, I want you to be journaling through these 3 times, 3 days, morning and evening. The goal of this is to look back at the end of this protocol, right? You want to have taken 3 different chunks of time, 1 for food, 1 for exercise, and 1 for sleep and social interaction. And you want to see, how does my body feel during these times? What happened? What was the result? If you feel substantially better during one of these 3 periods, and I bet you will, that's the reason that you're feeling low energy in general. Your body's telling you, I need something. So make sure to up that in your normal life, right? If your body was feeling really good during the eating phase, it just means you need to eat cleaner more often. You're putting stuff in your body that it's not like. You need to exercise more. You get the drift. Give this a try. Tell me how it goes for you. This has been a profound thing for me. It's like a tune-up. It's like an oil change for your body. Whenever you need something, your body lets you know, as I've said. So you've got to be the one that takes action. Tell me in the comments below how this works for you. As always, I'm very curious. If you have any other questions or there's things that are plaguing you, please let me know. I'd love to help if I'm able. Have a great day.